Selene Solis is our next speaker. She is a computer engineer with over 10 years of experience building software, leading teams, and growing through hands-on and collaborative work. She holds a master's in engineering and innovation from Citedi University. Her journey has taught her that the most valuable systems are those that can combine technical depth with purpose and usability. She is currently researching how artificial intelligence, especially language models, can support financial analysis by connecting structured and unstructured data. This work reflects her broader interest in creating tools that make complexity more understandable and useful. She believes in mentorship, thoughtful leadership, and building things that matter. She strives to design systems that bring together human insights and machine precision to support better decisions and deeper understanding. I give the word to Selene Solis.
Today I will present the research titled Automatic Decision Support System for a Dynamic Data Acquisition and Analysis in a Cryptocurrency Market. This research is carried out at Citedi University under the supervision of Ulises Orozco. This project explored how natural language processing can merge both languages, like numbers and letters, which seems to be like very different, but they can be tied together. The motivation for this project or research is because of the market complexity. This market is high volatile, and it has a big amount of data, which is rich on data, and also this data is contradictory. So what it makes like very difficult, it's like the news and papers that circulates around the world are like very large. So the people that read these papers cannot aggregate or like understand very well like the information that it has. So we need to help them to make better decisions in the systems. So the problem statement is that the traditional technical analysis only focus on trends and price trends and moving average, also in momentum. So it misses the big pictures that the news provides into this world. So what we need is to understand the narratives on those news and translate it to help them making decisions. So by the other hand, the sentiment analysis on the text just focus on the text and isolation, so it misses if their sentiment aligns with the market trends. So that's why the analysis has incomplete vision, because we need both of them in order to make a wider vision of the market. The research objective is to create a modular framework that integrates technical and sentiment data that ensures coherence and adherence to a predefined analytical rules, and also it will be validated through bullish, bearish, and sideways market trends. The system architecture follows the three main components, like it's the struct, load, and transform. The struct layer have two types of data, which is the news that are retrieved from news APIs, where we get the news and the content of the news, and the market data, which is it's obtained by in open, high, low, closed volume format. All this data is stored in an SQLite database. After that, we have two transformations pipelines. The first one is the text one. The text one basically first summarize the news into a short version of it, and with a few hundred of characters. And also these summaries are passed through the Finbird sentiment classification, and this classification, it's aggregated into the weekly score, so we can get the sentiment, overall sentiment across the market. And the market pipeline, which computes technical indicators, and it's the regular ones, the MACD, the RSI, and others one. This information fits an API. It's a REST API that generates the reports, and we can get the indicators from there. Well, the text summarization layer, well, once we get the news, we summarize those into a concise market narratives, which after the summarization, it passes through Fimber, which is transformer model trained on financial corpora. So we get one of the three labels, positive, neutral, or negative, based on confidence score. We use a prompt template in order to make a consistent output and exclude or remove filter those news that are not related with the crypto market. The sentiment analysis layer, we pass, like as I said, like through Fimber, and we get those scores, or like repetition score per sources. So what we take in care or in account for these sentiment scores and source repetitions. The source repetition taking care of like the frequency of their publication, the sentiment and the sentiment that they are having on those like last news that they are like having or launching or publishing, I mean. And well, that's how we get the scores. And once we get the scores, it is used to have that the model knows which source has more heavily or more weight than other one. Because if you have some sources that just are speculative, well, you would like to have a less score than others that are very reliable. And the technical analysis layer, well, this layer is just, well, it helps to the sentiment analysis layer, because you know that the sentiment that is having, it's aligned with one trend, which can be bearish and bullish and sideways. This layer uses the indicators such momentum, volatility, and price movement. And combines with the sentiment and the technical, the model can produce a text that it's analyst style narratives. Well, but first we have to see one case in particular. We will see the bullish market case study, in which the key indicators indicate that the upward trend is confirmed. We have the RSI neutral bullish momentum, and the MAC histogram. It's a little bit weak, but still in open world momentum. We have the pricing above the middle band, which means there are some volatility present. However, this is the model generating interpretation, and the technical interpretation suggests the continuation of the bullish trend. The MAC 50 is above the MAC 200, confirming the stroke hour moment. Overall, the indicators point to the bullish trend with the potential of further growth. What is important from this, it's like the model generates an output that is aligned with the rules that we have on a bullish technical indicators. So we also perform under the three types of scenarios, like the bullish, as I mentioned, and the bearish, which is a downtrend, and the sideways, which has like some no, like it's the sideways is like this one, like it's not up, but it's not down also. It's just like going sideways. For the three scenarios, the output of the model adjust their output, align it with each one of the scenarios, which is kind of good. For the sentiment trend, well, as you can see here, at the beginning, natural consolidation, the sentiment is caution and uncertain. The polarization is low, which means all the sources are like almost the same tone, and the consistency across among all, it's high. The moderate bullish trend, it says that the sentiment is moderate optimistic, and the polarization is low to moderate, which means like it's all are like not that polarized, and the consistency among all the sources are high. The sideways, it's mid-optimistic, but the polarization are high, so this means that every opinion it's like very, one say one thing and the other one say the other thing around. And the consistent is very moderate, so they are not very consistent, but they are consistent. What are the contributions from this? The contribution from this is like we integrate both numerical and textual data into a single framework. So it generates analysis style narratives in a report, and also it offers the ability to escalate because it's built in modular, so we can add it more or different assets into the pipeline. The challenge here, it's the indicators can subtle or changes on the indicators can lead to a misinterpretation, and it leads to a different text that you want to. So that needs to be validated through an expert or ground truth. But there are the same limitations that we have with LLMs. We need to ensure that the information that it's generated, we need to validate across like the experts, or having your data right. The conclusions. Well, conclusion, we develop a modular system that analyzes cryptocurrencies. The integration of the numerical or the structured and unstructured data. It's reproducible and transparent. The future works. Well, we can have like a fine-tuning LLM and explainability, because sometimes the users want to see which a part of the prompt or which part of the text is generate or influence which part of the output. So we need to we can add the explainability to that, and also our real-time capabilities in which we can analyze the market right away when we have information. Thank you so much.